welcome back for day 9. We're going to be rolling out our muscles again today. We did that last week and I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to be doing some different muscles today, but do remember you can always go back and hit some different muscle groups that we don't hit today. Let's start with our foot. Just rolling it out. If you have plantar fasciitis, sometimes doing some rolling and stretch, releasing that myofascia, sometimes that can be helpful. If you want some more pressure, you can stand and lean into it. It's going to be really important today. Deep breathe. If you can, maybe try counting in over a count of 5. Holding and then releasing. So something like this. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch feet when you feel ready to do so. Now different sides of your body, maybe different amounts of tightness. So roll according to what your body is telling you it needs. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to move on down to my calf. That is tight. You can also use a foam roller to do what we're doing. I would say it might feel a little better on a tight calf. This is digging pretty good, but the digging is what's letting all those tight knots release. Take deep breaths. Roll the part that you need to, maybe higher in the calf, maybe lower. You need to lift up, put some more weight on it. Another way, you can also use your hands, kind of pinching those knots. You can tell where you have a knot. A good muscle is going to be not fluid, but it's not going to be poppy like a guitar string. If you get to a spot and it pops kind of like a guitar string, it might be a knot. So that's another way you can work out those knots. It's kind of like you're giving yourself a sports massage. All right, I'm going to get my other side. And maybe you just want to hold. Maybe you don't want to roll. You just want to put some pressure and deep breathe. Now, if you have a really bad knot, you might not be able to get it out. You might just be getting a layer of release. Just a little more release than when you started. But this might be something you want to start doing regularly. Even when it's not on the videos, maybe it's something you want to do in the morning or at night. I really encourage you, if you have a lot of sitting or a lot of tenseness or stress at work, consider rolling out on your own, even after the 30-day challenge is over. It's a really good way to help you, and even though you don't think you're doing a whole lot, the release and relief is so worth the time it takes. I could spend 30 minutes rolling if I had it. Although sometimes we all have the same amount of time in the day. Sometimes we just have to make time, and your body will thank you. All right, we're going to move to our quads. Okay, let me do this side so you can see a little better. Laying down, again, a foam roller could be easier because this ball is going to try to shoot out. But I'm just on that quad area and I'm just rolling. This position is what's working for me to get the pressure and not be too much. If I were to lay down, it might be a little too much pressure on my tight quads. Again, deep breathing. I've definitely got some guitar string action. Do not want to feel when you're rolling across. That means you need to spend some more time rolling. Okay, if you want to take it up a little higher towards the, starting to get into the hip area, maybe. Ooh. It's tight. My body is loving this. Alright, when you're feeling like it, I'm going to move this up. So we got our hip, pelvic bone. I'm going to go in just a little bit. I'm below the belly button. My belly button is here. Hip bone here. I'm going in just a little bit. Putting it there. And if you've got it in the right spot, it's going to be very tight. Potentially very uncomfortable. If it's not tight and not uncomfortable, you might want to adjust a little because you're probably not on the right spot. I'm going to try to move. It digs even more if you have the ball lifted up, so if it's on a little base, because then it can really get up in there. But this is plenty high for me right now. I'll lean into it. When you feel ready, go ahead and switch to the other side. We're going to start with that quad. Feel free to make sound effects and faces, because when you hit those tight spots, it's pretty obvious. Take note of the spots on your body that are really tight, and maybe that's something you want to start rolling more often. Apparently my quads are very tight, so they're asking me for a little more tender, loving care. Alright, I'm going to work that up to that little outside in that hip crease. Little up. It's a little below the belly button, a little inside from the pelvic bone. Again, if you prop that ball up on something, it's going to dig a lot more. That might be something you might want to try at another time. Deep breaths. Alright, we're going to slowly come up. Last time we rolled out, we got the back side. We're going to get some shoulders on the front side. Now we can do this if your ball isn't too hard where it won't damage the wall. The wall is a nice place. I'm afraid if I put this on the wall, it's going to do more damage than good. Alright, so I'm going to start right here and roll. And then I'm going to move down towards the pecs and roll that area. If you want to go down and get the biceps and the triceps, go for it. We don't have time today, but if you want to, your forearms, they love a good roll. Basically any muscle group in your body. Just helps it rejuvenate, get some extra blood flow, get the pecs. So you get both shoulders nice and good. You could spend a long time on these shoulders, and if you've got time, once this video turns off, go for it. Take some time and just roll. Give it some extra time. This is a great thing to do during commercials, during TV. Go down to those pets. Get up, stretch, do a little rolling. Great use of time. All right. Gonna roll over and relax, prepare for the day. If you're still enjoying rolling, keep at it, keep rolling. But that is it for today. Thank you. You have a wonderful day.